Hey guys, hope you guys are enjoying Snowvid 2021. It's been crazy. It's been a minute since we've had this kind of weather here. Actually, I think we broke records, century-long records, this week. So it's been interesting to see all of Texas frozen over. That was new for me. Hadn't seen that before. Actually, I don't think any of us have seen that before. So it's been very interesting. But I hope you guys are staying warm, staying safe. We've been very blessed and haven't had any damage and haven't had that I know of. We'll see as things start thawing out. But anyways, just hope you guys are doing good. Today, I wanted to talk to you about being salty, and not salty like the world may call us or call people salty, but in a biblical term, let's be salty. So this, I was just kind of praying about what I could bring as a devotional, and this just kind of popped back up. And so for me, this verse has been interesting over the last, I don't know, probably year, and I'm talking about Matthew 5:13. But for me, it started with this t-shirt. Actually, I saw it on a website, Matthew 5:13, be salty. I saw it on a website and I was like, ooh, I have to have that. And so I ended up learning the Bible verse and just kind of reflecting on that. But Matthew 5:13 says, you are the salt of the earth. If the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled upon. And then 5:14, I didn't learn that one, says, you are the light of the world, a town built on a hill that cannot be hidden. And so I just wanted to talk to you about what that kind of looks like. Today we live in a very tasteless society and world, with movies and television, and there's all sorts of things on Netflix that are just for mature audiences, and not even that, just the movements that are going on, the political chaos that happened, and just the things that we're experiencing, COVID, I mean, all of it. We're just, you've seen some very tasteless things on social media. And so living in that type of world, we are called to be the salt, to bring flavor. And so, with that, it's very easy to do. I say that it's as simple as, just in any situation you're in, be kind, be nice. Even just smiling at the cashier at the grocery store, or, just literally stopping to make, somebody feel like they're important enough to listen to. You can make such a difference just by doing that. And even just in your work environment. I know not everybody's blessed to be able to work at home by themselves, with boring coworkers like me. But there's people that don't know the Lord that you may work with. And so just even being the light and the salt at work by saying hello, good morning, how are you? Being patient, being kind and humble. It's really, it's just your example that you set. And it can be very simple, as little things like that. But I wanted to share something with you that's kind of popped up for me that's been kind of just a really cool thing to see how God can use us. And so, some of y'all know I worked at Conversations Coffee Bar a couple of years ago. And I worked with a guy who had said he'd gone to church and had grown up kind of believing, but then had kind of lost his way, and then he didn't really believe in God anymore, and that there's just too many different opinions out there, and he just didn't care about it anymore. And so he kind of just lived doing whatever he wanted. But then I came along, and we would have these conversations where he would try to sway me as to why what he believed was right, or why, maybe I shouldn't believe a particular way. And, all I kept saying back to him was like, I've experienced the Holy Spirit in such a way that for me, I know this to be the truth. And so I sat in that, and, I looked for opportunities to kind of, I don't know, just talk to him. I mean, we just became friends, really, honestly, is what happened. I just talked to him, joked with him, just had fun. I mean, there'd be situations where he would be using vulgar language, and I would be like, hey, can you not do that, please? And we would have little situations like that where I would just try to make it known that I'm a believer, and I don't want to be this particular way, and whatever the situation. And he was really cool with all that. So, but anyways, long story, short story made long. Worked with him. I even had an opportunity to pray with him one time because he ended up having an anxiety attack, and the door opened up, and I said, can I please just pray for you? And so I got to pray over him in that moment. And when I left, had gotten my other job. I had a moment with him where he was just like, you're really a great person, and you're one of the best people I know. And anyways, gave me a hug, and it was just really sweet. But that was the end of that. I still talk to him. He still works there now, but not long ago I worked there again for just a couple of months, and kind of the same thing. Like, we just would have conversations about where he was at, and he'd kind of calmed down in some areas of his life, but he still just didn't, he's like, religion's not for everybody. And, I told him I understood, but, I would love to, just keep being his friend or whatever. And so anyways, after I left, Taylor goes in there on Wednesdays to kind of just finish preparing for Wednesday night. And so he's kind of been talking to Niaz through the years. And anyways, he ended up talking to him after a situation had occurred. It just opened an opportunity for him to talk to him a little bit more in depth about Christianity and where he stood. And anyways, through that conversation, he had talked about how I had been an influence on him, and how, if he were to go back to church, he would have to go to Charissa's church because, it would just make sense. And so Taylor ended up calling me and telling me that. And I mean, it just made my heart happy. I just thought that was super cool. Well, I checked in on him a day later just to see how he was doing. And he said, I'm doing great. I'm actually going to come to your church on Sunday. And I mean, y'all, I was stoked. I could not believe this guy who was totally against Christianity and religion has said, you know what, it's time. I need to come back. I need to get back into church. And anyways, when I found that out, I shrilled like a little girl. I was so excited, and called Taylor and told him. And so anyways, but he has come, I think, twice now. One week he wasn't able to, and then obviously Snowvid happened, so he hasn't been there. But it's just, it was such an encouragement to me to be able to, sometimes we don't, I know for me, I like to see results. And so, when you try to do those things and you're trying to be the salt and be the light, and you don't see any results from that, not that it's discouraging, but it just, am I really making a difference? I don't know. But we are, and so by being salty, in the good way, we're adding flavor to the air around us, to the people around us, to this tasteless world that we live in. And so anyways, I just wanted to just remind you all to just continue to use your words in a way that's encouraging to others, lifting others up, even if they don't believe and see the way that you do. It's just important, and eventually it'll pay off. I know, at least for this guy with me, it did. I'm hoping he continues to come to church and grow, and just really become a warrior for the kingdom. And anyways, it was very encouraging to me and exciting. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And just like I said, it's as simple as just smiling at somebody at the grocery store. You know, just go out, be salty, and throw some flavor out there. You know, and add some flavor everywhere you go, and go out into the world and spice it up. You know, be a spice girl or boy or whatever. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.